We are live, we are direct with Sarah Potekhen, who takes science and blends it with soul from burnout to bliss, helping high-performing, heart-driven women restore balance, reclaim their vitality, and reconnect with their inner light through a blend of bioenergetic testing, intuitive healing, and soulful coaching. She is an advocate of the external reality being a reflection of the internal. So with a mixture of energy medicine, intuitive healing, finding the imbalances and the energy blockages to help you with clarity, help you with vitality, balance, and confidence, straight out of Arizona, Scottsdale. Sarah, speak to me, sister.
Hi, Jay. Thank you so much for having me on the show today. Such a pleasure to be speaking with your audience today and chatting more all about energy and how we live our best life.
Let me know.
How we do it.
Yeah, how you doing? How you doing? Who generally, who generally connects with you? Who
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Women who are, I don't know, like are they 50 and there's a big health storm? Hey, look, I need to get that energized bliss now. Like,
Well, not necessarily. A lot of times. So, background on me, I was a 25-year corporate project manager, really just kind of, living life by the rules, and realized at one point, like, I woke up one day and I was like, look, I got it all. I've got a great job. I got a great family, great house. But in the inside, like, I was miserable. And I realized that there's more, right? There's so much more to life. Like, we're constantly go, go, go as women, moms, high performers, entrepreneurs, corporate leaders. We're always on the go. And a lot of times, especially as women, we forget to take care of ourselves. And that's really, you know, I learned how to really turn that miserableness into something more. I found my light again, and I was ready and willing to turn that on, and now I help others do the same. So I really help people understand how to take it from their burnout state to their blissful state. What really makes us tick, how to find that energy and really flip that switch, because we all have it on. It's not finding and it's not lost. It's just turning it back on. So really my ideal client is that high performer. It's me, right? It's those people that have, like, we've been there. We've seen the success day to day. Like, we're living it up. We're doing a great job, but internally there is something more. There's that next level of play. And that's my client, that person that just knows, like, just a little bit of tweaking, like, and I could really have it all.
wow, amazing. And if we could dig into what does have it all mean, like specifically, like what's the outcome? Yeah,
Yeah,
of why
the
people pay.
outcome is really, like, enjoying life, right? Like, having that more playful and fun spirit, being excited each day to wake up and face whatever is in front of us, having great relationships, starting with ourselves, like, really learning to love ourselves and becoming aware of those talk tracks in our head and how we can turn those where we have a better relationship with us, our own selves, which then turns into better relationships with everyone in our lives. Also, business partners, others. So it helps us grow to that next level in all of the relationships.
No, that makes sense. This podcast, She Leads, She Sells. We have to dig into sales because if we don't sell, we don't forward our mission, we don't serve or create the transformation. What types of mechanisms are you using to enroll your clients into your programs?
That's a great question. And it can happen in so many different ways, right? It doesn't have to be that hard sell. And that's very much, it doesn't fit my energy, that hard sell, right? I'm all about building that relationship. It's all about getting to know me, understanding if we're the right fit. So it's really, finding whether that's being, networking, getting in the room with the right people. That for me is first and foremost. You get in the rooms with the right people will come. The people that are meant to work with you are going to find you. And it's really tuning into that first and foremost. And then, of course, the sales, you got to be willing to ask for that sale, right? Even if it's not a hard sale, people have to know who you are and what you do for you to be able to make that sale. So being willing to share and having that confidence when you step into the room, or you step, even if it's a Zoom room, right? When you step into that room, to have that confidence to be able to have that sale, I think is the most important. And again, that's a lot of what I help people with, is finding that confidence inside so that you can have those conversations and step into it.
Great. So correct me if I'm wrong here. You'd be able to help anyone with anything, or like, is it more with the health and wellness side of things? Because look, I do
Yeah.
know that if you're able to help people to reframe a block in their health, you could help them in relationships and stuff like that. So, I mean, is that what often happens? Yeah.
Absolutely. I think when we start with ourselves first, then it's kind of that building block, right? When we start with that awareness, what are we doing? What are we seeing? What are our patterns in life? And then helping to reframe, as you said, reframing a lot of that. It's hard to say I can help you with everything, but in a way, I can help you with everything, because it all starts with you. It starts with setting the right energy and the right approach. And it starts with the way we speak to our own selves. And that's a lot of what I do in my coaching work, is that. Also, on the holistic health side, I have a technology called bioenergetic testing. I use a Quest 4 machine. And that's really preventative health. It's a really an alternative medicine to help read your energy field and help to bring you back in balance. So through the coaching, we can work a lot of how we're communicating with ourselves, breaking down those limiting beliefs. Once we level ourselves up, again, like you said, if we work with us, we build a different relationship. Those healthier relationships makes us happier. It shifts our energy, which then shifts our businesses. So it all starts internally. And all of these tools and techniques that I have, even the Reiki and the energy healing, it's all meant to help you come back to your energy, turn on that bliss inside, which levels you up on all fronts.
Amazing. Leadership for me starts with self-leadership. Can't give what you haven't embodied yourself. Could you describe what leadership means to you and in terms of the women that you're serving?
Yep. I think you're right. Like, leadership starts with you showing up, right? First and foremost, you have to walk the walk. For me, I am my first client, right? I use my technologies. I coach myself. I have coaches. I have mentors. I get in those rooms. And leading for me is really more of a selfless thing. Like, when I show up, I'm showing up for impact, and that's how I lead. It's really making sure that, you recognize who's in the room, what do they need, showing up for myself first, getting myself in the right energy, and then recognizing that about them so that I can lead and be there for them. And when I show up in a room, I'm there to serve. And to me, that's what leadership really is.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that. What's the big goal for 2026 for you?
2026 is really to elevate, but to get there, for me, it's really all about prioritization. So really prioritizing myself first, my needs, being willing to get back to the point where I can sit in stillness, understand what I need, become more aware of myself and my patterns, so that I can not only elevate myself and my business, but also help elevate all of my clients as well.
Yeah, and I think we are in a space where we're crying for experts like yourself. I think people they're a bit bewildered and they are a bit bedazzled by the claims and the promises. And I think, 2026 is really about competence and showing the competence. And, that's why I love connecting with world-class professionals like yourself who go deep and love their work and do their work. And they don't just do, they be the beacon and things like that, which is powerful.
I love that. Well, I see that, like, even with my retreats, for sure. Just watching the women who show up, the way they show up, it's like people are, like you said, like, people are aching for this sort of transition,
Yeah.
this real transformation from the inside out. That's really what people are looking for. Like this whole, like we've gone about the corporate shebang, whatever, we've been, put our head down, work hard, get farther. A lot of people are really just seeing that now that leads to burnout, and they're really looking for that deeper purpose and really what fills them up. And that's where I come in. That's where I've seen that, I've been through that, and I want to help others experience that.
Amazing. Let us know what the mental blocks are for people who are coming into your world, and how do you help to reframe those blocks?
Yeah. A lot of it is limiting beliefs. A lot of people, we see a lot of like people just don't feel like they're worthy. They're not good enough. A lot of people, they're so worried about what other people think. So a lot of it is really learning how to not be bothered by some of these things so that we can then reframe and elevate as well. And a lot of it is mindset tools. I've been through a lot of training, had some incredible mentors in this space. So really it's working through a lot of those limiting beliefs and working through really just how we speak to ourselves. It's when we start recognizing the thought patterns we have in our own head, sometimes it's scary how we talk to ourselves, right? We're downright mean. So a lot of that is just really helping to reframe a lot of that. Like we wouldn't talk to our colleagues the way we talk to ourselves. And so recognizing that and being able to help people reframe that is huge.
What you're reading right now in order to grow? I mean, one of my favorite books actually is Energy Leadership. Uh,
Yeah.
Help me to create 4 levels of energy, starting with fear, moving up to service, moving up to joy, moving up to limitless energy, and those energies really creating different results.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's one of the best reads I've tackled in terms of energy. How about you? Is there like a favorite book, something you're reading right now that?
Oh, there's so many favorites. I'm actually reading Marie Diamond's The Vision Board book. That one's fantastic of just learning how to, actually reframing the energy in your space.
Hmm.
But there's so many wonderful things. Like I use a lot of the emotion code, things like that in my work, which is great. But I love anything that's spiritual energy. You name it. That 10x is easier than 2x. I've got that one in mind. I see that behind you. Just a lot of that, just personal and self growth. But for me, it's a lot on the on the spiritual side as well. And my mentor. Hillary DeCesar has written the relaunch, and I'm in the middle of that book right now too, and that's a great one as well. So definitely go get that one.
How you get invisible?
How
Because
am I getting visible? That's a great question. I'm working on that because when people don't know who I am or what I do, right, I can't help. So, podcasts like this is one way. And then people can reach me on my website, which is just energizedbliss.com. I'm on Instagram. Energize Your Bliss is my handle on Instagram. So, yeah, come find me. Set up a discovery call. Let's talk. Let's see. What you're working on. I love to listen to how people are working on leveling up right now, and how I can help, how I can see if we can be a good fit.
amazing. How was Hillary the Caesar helping you in terms of, yeah, with the relaunch? Like what helps, what brought you to her, and how's she helping you? Yeah.
Yeah, I think the universe brought me to her, quite frankly. It was an interesting timing in the way that it all worked, and the way that I got into her community first and foremost. I went to a relaunch event last September. She's got another one coming up this September in Scottsdale. So I highly encourage, anyone that's looking really at a little bit of a transition or a relaunch point in their life. It's an incredible event with an incredible community. So the community is one thing that's really helped. And some of her coaching and mentorship programs are definitely helping. She works a lot on limiting beliefs, really working on figuring out underneath what's really holding us back and breaking through those. And just a lot of that, that mental mindset work, right? And a big piece of that is where, I really focus as well.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Let them know, who exactly are you looking to connect with? Where can they find you? That type of thing.
Yeah. So ideally, like I would love to connect with high performers who are really looking for that next level, that they know that there's more out there for them. There's a next level of play. And they're just trying to figure out how to really balance it all, right? That high performer that's looking for that elusive balance. Really The best thing is, that person that believes in preventative medicine, that understands that there's a higher purpose to life, that really just wants more out of life and wants to feel more blissful as they move through life. So really moving from that burnout to bliss. Again, you can find me on energizedbliss.com or Instagram, Energize Your Bliss. Definitely let's connect.
Yeah, I know you are a prolific speaker. I see you on stages and you got great poise. And I love your mission, the fact that you're going deep, you're investing in yourself. So, yeah, keep on going. And it's been a pleasure to connect with you.
Thanks so much, Jay. I truly appreciate the conversation today and the opportunity to speak to your listeners as well.
Amazing. She leads, she sells. Sarah from Energize Bliss. Let's go.
Let's go.